So another fantastic 7-seater we've got in with ourselves today. And quite a big fan of these, that much that I actually own one myself. So this is a Q7 50 TDI in a black edition spec, and it's finished in Daytona Grey. If you know anything about Audi, you know that that's only available on an S-Line or above. So the colour is really nice, and it works very well with the gloss black styling pack that you get as part of the black edition. This particular car's got a couple of features that are very hard to come by. So if you're looking for one on around 2 or 3 years old, you'll know that to find one with a panoramic roof is nigh on impossible because they weren't actually available at the time. There was only a handful that were physically available, and this one has that. You've got those lovely bright LED lights to the front, and obviously gloss black styling pack, which is around the grille, and then it follows all the way around the car. This one's also got optional upgraded alloys on it, so it's got the black and chrome blade type alloy wheel, and that works really well when you work your way down the side, again, with the black styling pack, which you see on the side. Mirrors, and then also the window surrounds. These are a 7-seater, and as I mentioned, this one is a 50 TDI, so this is a 286 brake horsepower version, so it does give you plenty of power. 5 seats if you just want to use it as a normal SUV, and then you've got your 2 in the rear. So what the selling point of this for me is on the rear seats, they are 3 ISOFIX points, so if you do have children that are in either boosters or full child seats, then that can be accommodated. The seats are really easy to access at the back, so it's your one button push, and then that's all on a hydraulic, so it's dead straightforward and easy to use. And if you wanted to, you can do the seats from either this side here, or you can do it from the back. So whichever way around you want to do that. Obviously, if the seats are up, we'll give you an idea on the size of them. So this for me is one of the few 7-seaters that when I was looking to buy one that still give you a decent boot space. Obviously, majority of the time you don't have the 7 seats up. You might have one of them down or both of them down actually. So you can literally control them just from the back here. So all you do is just drop the headrest, and then you'll just press the button, and that will physically flatten them down, and then that will lock into space. So if you've got both seats down, the boot is absolutely massive. But then you've got the flexibility to have either one up and then some suitcases to the side, luggage, whatever it might be. Adaptive air suspension, you can change that from the side, so if you need a slightly lower access point, whether it be a dog, luggage, whatever you need to get in, you can do that. Power tailgate to close, and these have front and rear sensors and a rear view camera, which I'll show you on the interior. So gloss black all the way throughout. The sunroof fully open, so that's a panoramic slide roof, which I'll show you in a second. And just before we get in, so electric memory setting seats, suede door cards, and then obviously you've got fine nappa leather. Those are heated seats in the front as well. And if you have a look at that roof is absolutely massive, and there's a sun visor that comes across if you want it to. This will have been one of the first Q7s you see that have this dual screen on them. So previously it had the screen that came out from the dash, but on this model you had your dual screen. So digital dash, virtual cockpit. I'm going to get that exact mileage up for you in a second. So this is dead straightforward and easy to use. You can make the screen bigger, smaller, whatever you want, and it'll show media, telephone, data, everything like that, or even your navigation, so the driver doesn't have to play around with the centre screen. Mileage as promised are just over 40,000. Centre screen here can just control everything else, so if you want to pop in a navigation destination, you can do. Your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto, that comes up on there as well. If the car was in reverse, you've got front rear sensor, then your rear view camera, so again, really clear and straightforward to use. And the bottom panel just controls everything else, from your heated seats, your aircon, everything else that you would change. Drive select, there's a couple of different drive modes that link into the drive select, and your adaptive air suspension, so it will literally lower and raise depending on what you're going to do. It is capable of going off-road. This is a Quattro 4-wheel drive, so if you will want to do that, you can do. As I mentioned, if you pull that visor back, it really opens up the full roof, so you've got that lovely black leather, but then if you want to open that up, you can do, so it just brings in a lot more light. This particular car's got full Audi service history as well, and obviously we'll go through the Ackland prep process before it's delivered to one of the customers. So if you are looking for a Q7 that's been well looked after and it's got some really nice features on it, to find a black edition with a pan roof on this age is borderline impossible without buying a Vorsprung, which is about an extra 15 or 20 grand. So if you are looking for one with some really nice bits on that's been really well looked after, contact myself. My name's Paddy, and I look forward to speaking to you when you do.